Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi everybody, I'm Ron Brewington and welcome to The Actor's Choice, brought to you by Photography is an Art, Harvey Brandman, Master Photographer, located at 1307 North San Fernando Boulevard in Burbank, California. And attorney Ron Irwin's new book, Haiku, Style, Passion, Heart, and author Larry Buford's book to the future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, and State Farm agent Carla Green, who says, and like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Roll it.
In regards to what it is that you think you want to do for a living. Understanding and knowing that this is not a lottery, and there is some hard work involved in it. And hard work requires a lot of things, like reading, for instance. If you don't like to read, get out your things. Get out. Because now is not the time, and this is not the place. Research. Incredibly important. If you don't like to do research, gather your things, because you're in the wrong place. Okay, networking. If you don't like or know how to network, again, because you're in the wrong place. There's a lot of work involved. And then there's study. And may I reiterate again, for those of you who are confused, be ye no longer confused. Workshops are not study. They are not. I'm tired of seeing my name at the bottom of people's resumes like they took some fabulous class. Did not. That is not acting, and this is not acting class. This is a seminar. I see truth in performance. This is a truth in performance seminar. The business of show business, because that is what I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard outstanding advice from our first guest today. She's been in the business of casting for a long time. You know, it takes a lot of work putting a cast together after the script has been written, and our guest has a great reputation in this town. When you meet her, just say, Twinkie. That's all you gotta do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tracy, Twinkie Byrd. Twinkie, thank you so much for being here today.
Welcome.
My
Thank
goodness.
you for having me.
My first question, why casting?
Why not?
Well, you could have did everything else.
Well, that's true. However, the people in front of the camera should see someone behind the scenes that look like them.
True.
And I wanted to be a representation of that. But also, too, it was my calling. Ever since I was a little girl, it was a situation of I wanted to know the names of all the actors, their real names when I was a kid. And my mother kept asking me, why do you want to know their real names? And I said, because when I meet them, I'm going to call them by their real names. And she said, what makes you think you're going to meet them?
Wow.
And I love film, I love television, I love storytelling so much. That's what I wanted to be a part of. That's what I was gifted in, is feeling and seeing the truth in the performances.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Gotta ask this question. How'd you get the name Twinkie?
It was given to me by a friend, a boyfriend in high school. So it's a nickname.
Got you.
Yes.
Because here in this town, you know how important names are. When I say Stephen, you don't have to say anymore.
Yes.
When I say Twinkie, you ain't got to say no more.
I like that.
I hear you from the East Coast.
I am. Brooklyn, baby.
Brookline, huh?
BK. Yes.
I'm from Harlem myself.
Yes.
We all across the water look at them and say, hey, that's them folks over there.
Yes, we are them folks over there.
Yeah, and they look at us and say, look at them folks over there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You want to go back to New York every now and then?
I go back every now and then, and I love it. Mm-hmm. I love New York. The energy, of course, is shifting and changing.
Oh, yeah.
And as neighborhoods are shifting and changing, but I love my people in New York. And I spend time casting projects there and casting talent from there. So I love New York.
Don't tell nobody, but do you get one of those hot dogs while you're there?
No, I do not. No more street meat for me. Those days are over.
Oh my gosh, my goodness, Vicky.
No more.
You have a birthday next month.
I do.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes.
September
Okay.
25th.
September 25th, all right.
Yes.
Get your birthday cards together, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
September 25th.
That's right.
Right. Okay. My research showed me that your first IMDb credit was in 1998 to 1999 in the TV series Moesha as a casting assistant.
Yes. Mo to the E to the. Yeah, that was my entree into Los Angeles. Prior to that, I was casting music videos in New York and commercials, and I moved out here, lived with my brother for a while. He introduced me around, and those introductions helped me to secure a casting assistant position at Moesha on Sunset Gower Studios, and that was it was an amazing experience.
Yes.
It was an amazing experience.
20 episodes?
Yes, and by that, the relationships that I made on Moesha, on Gower, on Sunset Gower Studios, not just with the Moesha cast and crew, but at that time there was Sister on that lot. There was In the House on that lot. There was the Wayans brothers. So there was so many. It was like being on a black college campus.
Right.
That's the way. It felt like an HBCU. And I attended an HBCU, so I was happy to see so many people, black people, working.
Wow.
And yes, behind the scenes and in front of the camera.
Wow.
It was beautiful.
We've been at that studio before we came over here. We were, what was it, that show, Scandal? That was there when we were there?
Yes,
So we
that's
saw a lot
right.
of folks coming in.
Oh, yes, that's great.
And then we moved out here to Burbank.
Yes.
It's quiet out here.
Yes, it is quiet out here. It is.
You got a few other jobs over the years. In 2005, you were casting King's Ransom.
Yes, with my brother, Jeff Byrd. He's a director.
Get back. Is he still active?
He is still active. Currently, we just finished doing the Kamaya Mobley story together. He is doing Black Lightning, he's doing Dynasty, he's doing Charm, so he's doing a lot of television right now.
Wow.
Yes, and we're creating a production company together.
Give him my name. We can have him
I
sitting
will.
right there.
I would love to.
Thank you.
That would
Thank
be
you.
great.
That was your first full-length movie, right?
It was.
Wow. How sweet it is.
Yes.
2014, the Gabby Douglas story.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it was a wow.
Yeah.
It was a wow to cast that, to pull that together for her mom, to tell that story of a gymnast. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a gymnast. Obviously, well, not obviously for some people, but I'm 5'10" and a half.
And
So
growing.
that's not going to happen. That wasn't going to happen ever. I was like 5'10" at 12. So, yeah, that didn't work out. But I got to cast a gymnast, and that's great.
Yes.
Yes.
She had quite a story.
Yes, she has quite a story.
Yes.
Yes. It was beautiful to do, and the young lady that I cast in that role, Shantae, she sat in the hallway at my workshop a year or two prior. I believe it was like a year and a half prior to me even getting that project. And she said, I want to get this information that you're teaching, Miss Twinkie. And she sat in the hallway. Yes, that's dedication. And it wasn't about getting a job. It was about getting information. And I appreciate her for that.
That's what I like about the show. We get guests who can tell you things about what's going on in Hollywood that you never hear about or see. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you.
I love it.
I know that year you also cast Aaliyah, the Princess of R&B.
I did. That actress, Alexandra Shipp, has gone on to be, what is she now? She's Storm in the X-Men, franchise. So that one project helped catapult her into stardom, as we call it. Okay. And it was a controversial piece, but for that particular role, because that's all I cast Aaliyah, and then I cast Gladys Knight, which was Elise Neal, who I keep telling her she should do the Gladys Knight story, because Elise Neal is special. It was great. It was a great experience to cast that character and for her to have to portray Aaliyah.
Got you.
Yeah.
How do you get a casting assignment?
It's a very good question. Well, for me, it's about relationships. I feel like for all of us, it's about relationships. Right. Relationships are important, and learning how to curate and cultivate and nurture your relationships, staying in touch with people, and becoming also too, you leave behind a legacy after you finish a project, and each project can lead to the next project. And it is about how you work with people for me, how I work with people. And there are some who love having the diamond finder on their project because they know they're going to get the best person for that role. And I do a lot of biopics, so I find the diamonds. Reuben Cannon gave me that name years ago, and I'm just going to run with it.
Got you.
Yes.
I saw some personal quotes that you did. I might want
Personal quotes.
Yes,
Uh-oh, here we go.
Nothing beats a failure but a try.
Nothing. Nothing beats a failure but a try. That's right.
Bring your A game, because you only get one shot.
That's right. Bring it. Bring your A game. I agree. Yeah, I agree. You only get one shot to make the first impression. You can make a second impression too, though. You can make a comeback. I love a good comeback.
And last but not least, tips for new actors. Get in class, read books, and find a mentor.
Yes. Oh. Yes. Please find a mentor. Read some books.
Yes. You got a book in your hand there. I see a book.
I do.
Can you tell us about the book?
Oh, this is my book.
Twinkie. Tracy, Twinkie, Byrd.
Channeling Becky.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
How do you get them? Where can you get them?
They're available on Amazon.
Okay.
Exclusively on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. And this book is literally a casting director's journey. My journey as a woman, a black woman in Hollywood who was dating or trying to date, focused on dating, but then I had to learn about myself, self-love, self-care, and to fall in love with myself first. So it's my dating journey, my journey to find the love that is me. That's my first love.
Hold that book up again so folks can see it, please.
Yes.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Yes.
Go get him. Go get him.
Yes. Thank
You have another magazine that I'm seeing there?
Oh no, I like to read.
Oh.
So I just read all the time. And Missy was on the cover, and I said, let me read and learn something more about her than I already know. So I love seeing people of color, especially black women, on covers of magazines.
Yes.
And I pick them up and read their stories, and it's good information. And I applaud readers. I like when we read.
Are you a news junkie?
I am. I can be a news junkie. It depends. I love information, but when it comes to fear-based news, then I kind of skew away from the fear-based, type of news. But information, yes, give it to me. I want it. I need it. I'm like a sponge.
Okay. We got some a couple of slides we want to share right quick.
Slides.
One of them was, a lot of people in this town.
Mm-hmm.
And one of some of those people, like you mentioned, Storm Raid. Can you show us that?
I love Storm Reid. That's my sweetheart.
Who's the lady sitting there?
That would be me. That's so funny. So people say that we look alike. Yeah. And she said, every time she posts something with her face and dancing, people are like, you look like Twinkie. And I said, well, let's take a picture together. So,
good picture.
Yes.
Next one?
Me and John Chu.
John Chu. How do you do?
Oh my gosh. He was an intern and a PA on set. And that's how we met. And now he's a huge director.
Yes, Crazy Rich Asians.
So much.
He did that
Crazy
one.
Rich Asians, and now he has In the Heights coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they just wrapped In the Heights.
We got one more. Found that one.
Yes, that's me and our now Oscar winner.
Yes,
with Robbie Reed. Yes.
Two of the top black casting directors in this town are you and Robbie.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah, I like that. That's great. And now I'm directing.
Get at it. We'll come to that.
Yes.
We'll come to that. What's a typical day for you, Twinkie?
A typical day. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, oh boy, a typical day. Let's see, work day. Because in the morning I have to have my morning meditation and my quiet time, and then I've got to stretch. I broke my leg in April, so I have to stretch and do all the flexing of the muscles to get my body ready to move. And warm water, and I go into my social media, and then the phone calls start coming in around 9:30. The emails just start bloop, 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 bloop. And it's like, are you available? Are you available? Are you available? I have this project. So I work with, wait for it, USC thesis students. I like to do their short films. That's how I met Ryan Coogler.
Wow.
I did his USC thesis short film. and we built a relationship and a friendship over that time and through the years. So I continue to work with students at their thesis level.
Yes.
And do their short films.
Right.
And then they go out into the world, they grow, and they take me with them. And I love that, but I also love the visionary young minds that they are. I love the stories that they're telling. I love that they're breaking new ground and have new ideas, and it keeps me popping, like looking around for new people. It just keeps my mind engaged.
Yes.
And I love it. So and then I work with Lifetime on these biopics. So I have the Clark sisters coming out, and I have the Kamaya Mobley story coming out, and I have something big coming up next that was already announced. So I'm working on the Wendy Williams show, Wendy Williams story.
Okay.
So it will be her
exciting.
biopic. It is going to be exciting. I have to find Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
So that's going to be great. I'm excited about that. So it just, thankfully, my relationships and my reputation have created this like wonderful vortex of just work, and it keeps swirling and it keeps growing, and it's so beautiful, and I'm thankful for it. That means I put in good, so good keeps coming out, and that's what it's really about.
Good comes out.
Yes, it does. It really does. And then I have to focus on that good, and it expands. That's what I do. So that's kind of my day. And if in there somewhere I can have a little lunch and then do a little workout or a walk in nature, just so I can get grounded again and focused and realize what and who is important. And a call to my mom and dad from time to time.
Do that.
North Carolina.
Do that.
You know.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
They
important.
ain't around for long. You gotta do
That's
that.
right. That's right.
I tell my grandchildren every day, go put some lips on your mother and tell her you love her.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
when
that's
she's gone, she's
beautiful.
gone.
Yes.
I lost mine 13 years ago.
Oh, my,
And every
I'm
day
so
I ask
sorry.
God if He could give me 5 more minutes with her,
5 minutes.
just to tell her how much I love her and thank her for what she did for me.
Oh my goodness, aren't
Yeah,
they
oh, that's
awesome?
always-
The good ones are
The good
awesome.
ones. Twinkie, I got some this is serious.
Yes.
I heard something about casting directors a few years ago. When I heard it, I'm like, you gotta be crazy. I understand there's no category for casting directors at the Academy Awards. What? Who that?
Who that was?
Do they know who they're messing with?
They
They're casting directors.
Firstly, how can you have makeup artists and costume designer awards?
Right.
Who are they putting the makeup and the costumes on?
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
I'm baffled. But here's the good news. BAFTA
Yes.
has a casting that just happened.
That just came out yesterday.
That just came out.
Yes.
And of course, I got my CSA email this morning. They were
All
like,
right.
BAFTA!
All right.
So the wheels are turning. I am sure the tide is turning.
Took them long
And it has taken them long enough because I would have been nominated for Fruitvale Station
Wow.
had there been an Oscar category.
I can truthfully say that without casting directors, cast might not come together as well, and the whole film might not come together at all.
Exactly.
I mean, you're talking about chemistry
Yeah.
between
Yes.
human beings.
All of that. Cast is 90% of the project. I mean, every director tells me that. You have to have cast in order to tell the story. So how in the world do you not have? You know, it's a very interesting thing, and it's just, it has to be changed, and change is a part of life, and change is good. So get ready. Change is happening.
Good. Here's an interesting fact about casting directors. They're mostly women.
We multitask. We're awesome.
Of the 380 casting directors, 83.4% are women.
Ah, yeah.
So when you sign your name, you put behind it, comma, CSA.
Yes, I do. I do. Comma CSA. That's right. Casting Society of America. Yeah.
Oh, ain't it funky now?
It is. It is. I love it though. We multitask. We do a great job. We're administrative. We feel, and feeling is a part of casting, and that's our gift. That's our very special gift from the Most High. Feeling. So we feel it. At performance, we get those little goosebumps.
Well, I wish we had more time. Let me get to this because this is you.
Okay.
You said you're becoming a director. In 2018, you wrote and directed a short movie called The Counter 1960.
Yes, I did.
Take a look at that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, in conjunction with New York Film Academy and my wonderful producer, Kim Ogletree, I made a Sankofa short film about 3 woke students in 2017 who went back in time to relive the 1960 lunch counter sit-ins. And the question is, will they be served?
Gotcha. Roll it, Tony.
I am tired.
Great.
You know, I remember that diner inside of the Woolworths growing up.
I don't think we're talking about the same counter.
Some may given.
Now, when you sit on that stool today, make you ready?
But I think it's time for
The same place for you and your friends.
Picture? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
That's great. Your first
Thank you.
directorship.
Thank you very much.
How did it
Yeah.
feel?
It felt really, really good. I co-wrote that with Ashley Jackson. She's the young lady in the short, and she's the Reverend Jesse Jackson's youngest daughter.
Okay.
And we came together in Richard Lawson's class, and we created this piece for young people because we're trying to, my focus is to build a bridge between past and present generations through my art. And so building that bridge and creating intergenerational dialogue because we have left a lot on the table. My parents and that generation did the work, a lot of work to get us to this place, and they haven't discussed it. They haven't shared it. And so young people currently feel like, oh, well, they're just here, so nobody did anything, or they're going through these things alone that are happening currently. It's like nobody's ever been through this before. No, yes, we have. We've been through it before.
Yes.
And you might need to talk to the elders instead of just sitting at the Thanksgiving table listening to the prayer. You
Yes.
need to ask them, what was your journey, Grandma, Grandpa? What was your story, Mom and Dad?
I hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Can you show that next slide, please? This one cracked me up. I
There's
love this
another
one.
slide.
Well,
Ah.
look at that. Who that? Who that?
That's me directing. I'm directing my first music video with Drew Vision. Yes.
I saw that. I said, that's got to be in the show.
Oh,
Definitely.
thank you.
Different hairstyles every time I see
Every
you.
time. You
Different
know, gotta
makeup,
keep it fresh.
Oh, it's
Just
fresh.
Change it up.
There's
you know.
There was that commercial, Ease Fresh, fresh.
Yeah.
Ease Fresh, lady. Wow.
Thank you.
And last but not least, I
Yes,
got to show
sir.
this poster. Please, can you hit it one time, sir? Hit it one time.
Ah,
Welcome to my world.
yes.
That says it all.
Yes.
When I
Yes,
saw
it
that, I
is.
said, put that down, Brewington. Put that
Oh,
down.
thank you
I
so
love it.
much. I'm
I
an
love it.
artivist, an activist through my art.
Go, lady. Go, lady.
Thank you, sir.
What's next for you?
Next for me is, oh boy, I'm going on tour with my book.
Okay.
Channeling Becky. I'll be in Greensboro and Charlotte, North Carolina this
Okay.
weekend.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to seeing some ladies and talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm producing a project, a Christmas movie through Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So that's coming next, and working on my first feature film, a coming-of-age story about a young African-American girl.
Wow.
So, yes.
Can I have your right hand, please?
Yes, sir.
This is what I give for good luck. Hold on to it.
Thank
That's my
you.
famous silver dollar.
Thank you.
And of course, when Twinkie's here, we got to bring something.
Yes, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Oh,
thank you.
thank you,
God
sir.
bless you, my dear.
Thank
God
you
bless you.
so
Hope you the
much.
best for everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
As I told people in the beginning of the show, all you got to do is walk up and say, hi, Twinkie.
Yes.
All you got to do.
Yes.
The rest is magic.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very, very
Thank you
much.
for having me.
Wow. This is the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. The studio of Arthur Brandman Photography as an Art is proud to offer you a $100 discount off any photo package valued at $300 or more. Now, Harvey's been in the business for nearly a quarter of a century, and he certainly knows how to take care of his customers. So please give him a call today at 818-954-9294. That's 818-954-9294. You'll be glad you did. And by the way, please tell Harvey that you heard about his offer right here on The Actor's Choice. Haiku, style, passion, heart. It's the latest release from author and attorney Ron Irwin. The book was inspired by the author's first exposure to haiku well over a half-century ago. This experience produced within him a deep passion to experience Asia, which he later did as a U.S. Marine. The book is available in paperback at lulu.com. That's lulu.com. Irwin says he'll give 20% of the net book sales split evenly between the veterans of foreign wars and the Vietnam veterans of America. Book to the future. Time travel, Message in a Capsule. It's a book by author Larry Buford. It's a historical and faith-based account of how what we do and follow today will affect us tomorrow. The author also calls it an adventure for those who want to travel back through time. The book is now available in paperback for only $17.95 from Amazon. Please get your copy today. And now, a word from State Farm agent Carla Green. Roll it.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because the State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just four walls and four wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Let me help you with that. Give me a call. State Farm agent Carla Green, 213-239-9675. I look forward to speaking with you.
Thanks, Carla. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. For more information, call 213-239-9675. That's 213-239-9675. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard the news, veteran actor Eddie Murphy has a new film coming out this fall. It's called Dolomite Is My Name. It seems that when Hollywood shuts him out, multi-talented Rudy Ray Moore, that's what the role he plays, strikes out on his own to make the 1975 blaxploitation film Dolomite. Roll it.
It's showtime, y'all. You love him and I love him. Put your hands together.
Dolomite is my name. Hey, you know, Auntie, I was thinking about putting out a comedy record.
Comedy? You been a singer, a shake dancer?
Ha! It's real hard to break in. I do whatever it takes to get in. I come up with a new character. Dolomite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game.
What'd you do to your hair? You look like a pimp.
It's all pretend. I just created a character.
Dolomite. You a trip.
Pull on that.
Oh, that's a weed.
That's right. Whatever it takes, I'm ready to do it. I got to be totally outrageous.
It's filthy. You've got a product here that you can't sell or promote.
All my life, people been telling me no.
Rudy, sometimes our dreams just don't come true.
A man slam a door in my face, I just find another door. I want the world to know I exist.
You can write. This ain't funny. And it ain't no brothers in it either.
If I get up in that light with my own movie, I could be everywhere all at once. Let's bring Dolomite to the screen.
The actors we hire, you're a bit.
Gathered an amazing cast for this movie, which will have you laughing the whole time. Dolomite Is My Name will debut this fall in select theaters and on the streaming channel. And finally, if you have a product, a service, or an upcoming event that you'd like to see advertised on this program, please call 323-533-1036. That's 323-533-1036. Our prices are very, very affordable. Thank you. This is The Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Our next guest is also well known throughout Los Angeles and the world. He's a veteran theater director, special projects director, director of performing arts, founding director, African American Marketplace and Cultural Fair. Remember that one? And the list just goes on and on and on. One project that he's now got his hands on is the Leimert Park Vision Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James V. Burks. James, thank you so much. You've been here, what, 2 or 3 times now? Man, good to see you.
Having me back, I must be okay.
Oh, you're doing fine. Doing fine. How long you served this community, sir?
Wow. I started serving this community in 1967 when I graduated from high school.
Wow.
At Southwest College. I'm happy to be on the board of Southwest College now. When I was working on Watch Stacks, you remember Watch Stacks?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Years ago. And then a stint with the LA Community Design Center, Peace Corps.
Mm-hmm.
I've done work with the City of LA before I became as a deputy for Councilman Robert Farrell.
Robert Farrell, okay.
Starting a couple of senior citizens multipurpose centers for the City of LA. And I guess now I've been with the Department of Cultural Affairs. This is my 36th year.
Wow.
And I spent 12 years as director of the Inner City Cultural Center's Institute for the Performing and Visual Arts. So, I've been around.
Been around. One of those projects that you did that we will never forget, the African American Marketplace and Cultural Fair.
Yeah, that seems to have been my legacy. I mean, someone keeps updating information on the web, on the Facebook page for it, and it's not me. Somebody's very interested in that project. People ask me, a day doesn't go by, people don't ask me, am I ever going to do it again? When I did that project, I took theater, and I put theater in the form of I took a festival, a theater, and I combined the two and created this thematic park that was a destination for all cultures, not just African cultures. But I wanted to show the influence Africa's had around the world, from Europe to the Caribbean, South America, the Pacific Rim, Asia, to the Native American community here in North America. So it was a great project. And then I haven't done that project now in 11 years, and people still ask me every day, are you going to do it? Because no one's has had the effort, has had the global knowledge to duplicate it. You know, and we were going to build it in San Francisco, so Willie Brown liked the idea of a destination as a tourist attraction. And we were allocated 10 acres at Hunters Point, but it's a former naval shipyard, so it had a lot of toxins in there. They still haven't cleaned up that project, but eventually it's going to be constructed. I wanted to build it in L.A. I think it needed to be in L.A. because this is one of the hardest communities to crack when you're talking about doing something unique and different, you know. But that event became one of the top 100 destinations in North America twice, you know, and that's hard to do because that includes Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, and all the other theme parks, you know, Universal Studios, you know, but, you know, I'm proud of it. I'm proud that the group I worked with, we were able to pull something so uniquely together, and people are still asking about it.
Got you. Because every time I drive by, I can smell the hot dogs and the hamburgers and all the fun out there. Man, it still lingers. Still lingers.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad it had an impression on you, too.
Oh, yeah. You had to go down there. You see people from all across. People came in here from Beverly Hills. They came from all over. It was diverse.
People fly into the country for that fact. It led to Ubuntu, which is a global event that the Ford Foundation wanted to do in 2000.
Okay.
We were talking about the festival, Festac that took place in Nigeria the last time in 1977. It's just recreating that. And so we've met all over the world just having a discussion about it. And we almost did it. We've almost got to the point where it would have been done. But
how did you get into this arena of theater and special projects, et cetera, et cetera?
Very interesting question, because I started out in school studying engineering. I studied mechanical engineering, I studied architecture engineering, I studied gerontology, I studied urban planning. And I happened to be working at Southwest College, assistant to the community services program director. And I was on the staff of the LA Community Design Center as part of my domestic Peace Corps work with Vista. And I was working with the Design Center to do feasibility studies for special projects. And one of those projects happened to be the Inner City Cultural Center. So I found myself down at Inner City with people like Ruth Carter and students like Robbie Reed and Bea Richards and Glenn Turman and Roscoe Lee Brown, all these fabulous actors. And I just enjoyed it. So I got a call one day from C. Bernard Jackson. Who founded Inner City, and inviting me to speak to him about becoming the director of the Inner City Institute for the Performing Arts. And which was unique in itself because it was a degree-granting institution, AA degree, BA degree, MA degree in fine arts.
Yes.
We had an adult program, we had a youth program, and that building was busy, if you remember, in the city. 3 floors of activities, a library, 2 dance studios, 4 theaters. It was just busy. And I think I enjoyed it so much, I decided I wanted to stay in this. I'm also a French hornist, so I've been on stage playing the French horn.
Did you say French hornist?
I'm a French hornist, yeah.
Ooh, I knew there was something special about you.
I played French hornist in the 7th grade, and I played for the Watts Symphony Orchestra. I grew up in Watts. The Angel Symphony Orchestra, the Shriners Youth Band, Compton High School when I went there for the orchestra, Southwest College's orchestra, the San Fernando Valley Symphonic Orchestra, you know. I just had and that's an instrument that's passion, you know. Yes. That instrument, to play it and to listen to it and to hear it is just, and it's the kind of thing that you can sit and do by yourself. It's supposed to be the most difficult instrument in the orchestra to play, but I just enjoyed it. So working in the arts was no different. And then I just had a knack for organizing productions.
Having a knack, you say? Over the years, you've produced more than 1,000 plays, dance concerts, and special events.
And exhibitions.
Ouch.
You know.
1,000?
At least.
Whew. When you put your finger on it, that's your style, my friend.
Well, you have to be committed. You put your finger on it, because the greatest fear I have is the fear of failing. I don't want to fail at something, and you're also teaching all the time, because today things are different. You have to demonstrate to people that you don't have to use the traditional method. Like when I took over the Performing Arts Division for the City of LA Department of Cultural Affairs, I said we're going to change. We're going to use the Ford motor theory. We're going to create this assembly line for festivals, and we had 106 festivals in the city that I had to be responsible for. And I said we have 15 staff people, so we're going to all take a component of these festivals, and that's how we're going to do it. When I created the African Marketplace, I understood right away that the African American community tends to operate in sort of a temporary condition. You do a festival and it's gone, it's over with, it's no longer there. So it had to be attached to something, because if you're talking about developing a community, you have to develop it economically. You have to think economically. There is no such thing as a nonprofit. You have to generate some return on the work you put into a project. The African Marketplace was that kind of return. You had to take resources that have gone on for years, and you had to move them out of that comfort zone. I mean, the Watts Festival lasted 10 really strong years. The Festival in Black, not quite 10 years. The Watts Festival has been going on for 30 years, but it still remains this small, myopic kind of event. And so most of our events. But when you look around the country, what's holding communities together is Universal City Walk. Universal City Walk grew up around Universal Amphitheater. It was an outdoor amphitheater. Now it's enclosed. There's this entire commercial, entertaining, cultural city walk that's attached to it. The same thing with 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, Old Town Pasadena. Disneyland and Knott's State Farm, they grew up as these cultural events. So you can come in and you can spend all day. Right. It's a destination. There's no destination in any African American community in this country. Harlem was a destination in itself, but a destination event in Harlem that explores the Pan-African experience doesn't exist. So the Marketplace was designed to be that, but it was also designed to talk about cultural similarities and not to reinforce this kind of negative media on cultural differences. There's so much energy spent on cultural differences that we're all fighting one another, when we should be talking about how we've all influenced each other.
Exactly.
And that's what that project was designed.
Today is a celebration of 400 years of slavery today.
Yeah. And then we have to look at slavery. We can't go back and change it.
No.
But we can look at some of the positives that came out of it and to promote those kinds of positive things.
Got you. Let's talk about Black theater. I understand that after 54 years, Black theater is making a comeback in South LA.
Yeah, for years I worked all over the city of LA. I've been responsible for the Madrid Theater in Canoga Park, a Barnesdale Gallery Theater, LA Theater Center. I was in charge of the Ebony Showcase Theater when it was torn down. A new theater was built there called the Nate Holden Performing Arts Center. And now the Vision Theater. When I was involved in Vision Theater when I first mentioned it to Marla back in the early '80s that she should buy this space. And when she did, and she ended up losing the space, I got the city at the time with Mark Ridley Thomas as the councilman to get interested enough to buy that theater.
Yes.
And so theater in South LA was really humming along in the 60s, the 70s. The Inner City Cultural Center was developed in 1966, and they allowed opportunities for young people to explore using theater as a tool for social development, social change, to tell their story, to live their lives. Fundy Institute was there in Watts. The Watts Writers Workshop was in Watts. The PASA, the Performing Arts Society of Los Angeles, was in and around South Los Angeles. You had the Fox Follies on Slauson. You had the Francis William Corner Playhouse, the Ebony Showcase Theater. the Inner City Cultural Center, the Inglewood Playhouse. You had the Crossroads Theater Company, and all in South LA. Now there is no theater in South LA.
Wow.
You know, what we're doing in Leimert Park are on several levels. We're revitalizing and reconstructing and building new construction to the Vision Theater to make it a hub.
Can you show that first picture, Tony? Here's the old theater. Okay.
Yeah, this is the refurbished front of the Vision Theater. We've added the marquee. That first phase will cost about $7 million to do. The total project for upgrades on that theater now is about $40 million. And it's still not enough because there's still more work that has to be done.
Gotcha.
We're changing the audience chamber so it's raked up so all the seating is going to be great. Okay. We're reducing the seating capacity from 1,000 seats to 750 seats.
Okay.
We're building a 130-seat lounge underneath the seating there to be used for meetings and panel discussions. Okay. We're adding dressing rooms and green room and orchestra pit. We're extending the stage. We're adding a fly loft on the back of the building that'll be 77 feet tall, going down into the basement to build the green room, the dressing room, and office spaces, etc. So it's going to be great when it's completed. Right now, it's under construction. It'll be completed next year, right around June. And what I'm doing is, while I was in charge of the theater, I started building a coalition of performance spaces in Leimert Park.
Like you'd see things like this.
Right. Getting people in. I brought in almost 125,000 people through the Vision Theater since we opened it in 2013.
Now people don't understand. That's the
lobby.
The lobby of the theater.
And it seats 160 people. And since I didn't have the theater because the theater was going to undergo construction, we turned the lobby into a theater space. And then we started a Reader's Theater series there. I've brought in as many groups from Loyola Marymount University. I've had people hold their going home celebrations there. I've had we closed the front of the Vision Theater to create the People Street. Okay. We've had a number of film companies use the building. We just wanted to introduce it to the community so they know what's going to happen when it finally opens as a fully operated live theater in 2020.
Okay. James, you came here today to talk about a special project that you got in mind. Please tell us.
Yeah, you know, I'm influenced a lot by having attended August Wilson's and Victor Walker's On Golden Pond or theater retreat back in 1998, I think it was, at Dartmouth University. And I ended up getting a scholarship from Dartmouth to attend their Tuck School of Business, and where I got an opportunity to work with private businesses and them work with me looking at how nonprofits really function. And as you know me, I've always tried to have sustainable projects. The Marketplace was a sustainable project. That project had an economic impact on Los Angeles of $60 million. And that's by looking at various ideas that could grow out of the African marketplace. So I grew the two stores we had in the Crenshaw Baldwin Hills Mall and the Fox Hills Mall, 10,000 square feet and 4,000 square feet. The Global Cinema Symposium in Salvador Bahia, Brazil, where we brought film festivals producers to talk about distribution of film. The cultural engineering office and project we had in Dubai, where we were talking about concerts and producing and promotion for the Middle East. And then the African Marketplace Small Business Center in Leimert Park. Even this project right now, the Vision Theater has to grow. So I've been working on building an international theater festival. An international theater festival, much more so than just a national Black Theater Festival. Because the National Black Theater Festival in Winston-Salem, North Carolina is a great event. It's been going on for about 16 years right now. And I think Sylvia Hallam and her husband, before he and I talked before he started that festival, because he came in and he saw the African marketplace and know what my philosophy was and how we went about we built that kind of diverse audience for it. I think an international theater festival for Los Angeles would be great. And it has a number of components to it. One, we have to make it something that people want to come to. So we have to change the mission statement of it. So our focus is going to be on theater and Hollywood. Transition from theater to Hollywood, Hollywood back to theater, from film and television to live stage. We also need to build everything on, right now I'm focused on every theater and performances that are south of Washington Boulevard. So all the theaters that we're looking at in hosting this theater festival all are in the caption area between Alameda, La Cienega, Imperial Highway, and Washington Boulevard.
Okay.
And we're looking at, over the years, we've done, this is the 6th annual theater festival. It opens this week on the 22nd. We've done as many as 24 productions. This year we're doing 16. We use Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center, and Barbara's a good partner for us. Hot and Cool Cafe, and Vanessa Bell Calloway, Dr. Tony Calloway, and Fred Calloway own the Regency West. They've also been a good partner with us over the years. And they understand that we knew that this first 5 years is going to be a struggle, just getting it off the ground. Next year is going to be even more of a challenge, where we're going to have to raise the kind of money it takes to bring in theater companies and to invite theater companies. We've selected about 12 countries outside that have a relationship with Los Angeles that have theater.
Okay.
And we are looking at national theater. So I've been talking with the National Black Theater Summit. I was invited back to New York with the Theater Communications Group and the Black Theater Summit to present this idea. And one of the things I wanted to assure them that it's not going to be something about being in competition with the National Black Theater Festival.
Okay.
For us, there's no competition. It's always support and duplication of really sound efforts and successful efforts that they've already done. Mm-hmm. And hopefully we'll just build on that without trying to reinvent the wheel.
So that every year there'll always be some kind of a festival?
Not every year, but yeah, every year in a sense, because the National
okay.
Black Theater Festival happens every other odd year.
Mm-hmm.
Our intent is to happen every other even year. The good thing about us, we're in Hollywood. We don't have to bus or fly anybody in.
Right.
The talent is here.
Mm-hmm.
We have people who are very supportive. I've been building a good base for planning committee for it. We're going to take our Readers Theater series, which generally feeds into the theater festival,
mm-hmm.
and we're going to partner with a millennial group next year. They're going to do several of them. One of my big partners is LA Southwest College. So we've been working with their theater department, Jonathan Evans, who's the professor there, and many of their students out there who've been really doing a great job. The challenge with Southwest College from the day I went there in '67 to now is being an attraction for the students that live in their caption area. Mm-hmm. We want to make theater, we want to make dance and music and fine art as a major project for Southwest College. People will want to go there. So we're adding a community college component to the theater festival next year, where Southwest College will be the center of that. And then we focus on several community colleges that have a good theater program from San Diego to Ventura. So there's a lot of building components that's going to make it a success just by if we're able just to make it happen. But to design it so that it's making a statement is what's important.
I see. Now you have can you tell us about what's on the schedule?
Yeah, this year we open at the Regency West on Thursday, the 23rd of August, and we're open with Jetta doing a piece called Billie Holiday, front and center. On that Friday, we have Christina Wong as Wong for Office. We have Mina's Dream. We have a comedy variety show at the Color Collective. It's going to be at Hot and Cool Cafe.
Okay.
Where the Bilingual Foundation has been our partner now since we started the theater festival. Mm-hmm. They're located in Lincoln Park. They're going to be performing a piece called The Dark Stone. And we will be doing BC, a piece that's written by C. Bernard Jackson, directed by J.D. Hall. That'll be on that Friday at Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center. Okay. Then we have panel discussions on that Saturday. We have panel discussions, one called Diverse Voices, Fighting to be Heard. Mm-hmm. Theater is an opportunity to tell your story.
Oh, yes.
And so these panels are key in letting people know that we have to, when we do events and festivals, we have to be concerned about the theme of why are we doing this?
Right, why?
We're not doing for festival's sake. We're doing it to make a statement.
Okay. How can I get my hands on that schedule, and how much are tickets? I'm
going to send you the schedule. The tickets for opening night, the one night is $25. The tickets for the rest of the shows are $15. Okay. And they can either contact my email address. I'll give that right now because I don't have the website committed to memory. Sorry about that. They can contact me at james.v as in Victor, .burks, B-U-R-K-S, @lacity.org.
Could you repeat that again, sir?
That's James.V as in Victor, .Burks at lacity.org.
Is there a telephone number someone can call for that?
They can call area code 213-473-7430.
Okay, sounds like you
and we'll call you back. You leave them in, or you can contact the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center.
Got you.
Okay.
May I have your right hand, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Because you know you're gonna get another one of these. You always, how many of these you got?
You're all framed now. Thank you very much.
Continued success, James, for what you have done. All those years, you've put a lot of good time in there. We thank you for all those things.
No, you're welcome. I mean, I have right now, I'm planning this big project for the 2028 Olympics. I've talked to several councilmen about. I'm planning to host putting together a committee to host all of the Pan-African delegations that come here. No city's ever done that.
No, they haven't.
And they need to be welcome when they come to Los Angeles. And we're working out throw out the welcoming mat for them. It'll be a Kenta cloth welcoming mat.
Thank you, James. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Special thanks to our sponsors, Harvey Brandman, Photography is an Art, Ron Irwin's Haiku, Style, Passion, Heart, Larry Buford's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, and State Farm agent Carla Green. And special thanks to our guest today, renowned casting director Tracy Twinkie Byrd and veteran theater producer James V. Burks. Hope that you guys will come back again. And special thanks to our ever-growing audience. Without them, we would be nothing. We'll see you the next time.